Okay. Please go ahead. I made you host. Thanks. Good day.
Okay, sir.
Good week. Bye.
Hi, Janu. Good morning. We'll call Ramesh now. 1 minute.
Don't know why. I don't know like why Ramesh didn't answer it. Okay, for now I will share my screen. I guess he will join by 8.
Okay.
I will stop sharing. So you already shared your credentials, right? I will try to open that first. Or we will try to authenticate to your tenant from CI. Oh, sorry, from SuccessFactors.
Okay.
So, so earlier, did you share your credential personally or in the chat? I mean, in the group chat.
In the group chat. I'll ping on WhatsApp.
Okay. Okay. So today we'll discuss about the OAuth authentication from SuccessFactors to CA. So there are two method authentication method in order to connect with the SuccessFactors. So one is basic and second one is OAuth. Okay. So currently we are not using basic. So basic is nothing but username and password. So that the authentication mechanism that we are not using. So that is not a secured way as well. Since we already have the OAuth authentication, we will go with the OAuth. Okay. It is very secured way of connecting to the different systems. Okay. Okay, I will duplicate this tab. So there are three steps which we need to follow in order to establish the connectivity between SuccessFactors and CI. Okay. So first we need to generate a key pair, and that key pair we need to upload into SuccessFactors system. Once we upload the key pair into SuccessFactors system, again SuccessFactors will provide one API key to us. That API key again we need to update into the CI. So these are the three steps. So we'll go through all three steps so that it will be very clear. Okay. So in order to create OAuth, right, the first step is creation of key pair. So go to key stores, click on create. So the moment when you select, right, you can see both. So currently we will go with key pair. Okay. See, alias name, you can provide anything. So for now, SAP CI, uh, key pair. Some name I have given, and common name is from SuccessFactors system. This common name, this user should have all the accesses to query the data from the SuccessFactor. So in real time, so we will ask them like I required an API user. Okay. So API user to get the data under. So the moment when you ask API user, right? So they know what exact the user that you are asking under. Okay. So they will provide the API user for you. So currently, for our system, right? So we can go with this one. I will open SuccessFactors system. So this is to show you like where exactly we can find the user and all. But in real time, it doesn't work because this is a demo tenant, right? So this is the only user I have where I can access everything. Okay. But in real time, if you ask SuccessFactors team people saying that I want API user to access or to get the data from SuccessFactors, then they will create one user for you. So that username you need to use in cloud integration. So currently I will go with this user. Okay, this is my API user. Okay, I will copy this one. I will come back and see common name. I am providing this one. So, so the moment when I click on my profile, right? Okay, here you can see the user ID. Okay, so that username only I have given here, and is here is country region. So if you go into your tenant, right? Your tenant is US 10. Okay, we need to provide the US as your country. So for trial accounts, I have seen like US and EU only, Europe region and all. So currently our tenant is from US, so I will go with US here. Okay. And this certificate is, this key pair will be valid from 2026 to 2028, 2 years only. If you want, you can extend it, I guess. Okay. For now, 2 years is enough for us. So I will be creating this auth, this key pair. See, observe here I have given my key pair name with capital letters. The moment when I click on create, right, it all went to, in lower cases will be appeared in the manage key store. Okay, that lowercase name we need to use in our cloud integration. So that you will see here. So I will click on create. See, our SAP key pair is completely uh, turned into lower cases. Even though I have updated my key pair with the capital letters, it's turned into small letters and all. Okay, and we can see the key pair is generated here. And CN means common name. So this is the common name that we have given. C means country here, that is US. Okay. So the moment when we generate the key pair, when we generated the key pair, right, we have many options to download it. From here, the moment when I click on this button, right, I can get this many options to download the certificate. For now, we require the certificate only. So I will just click on this download certificate. Okay. I will go into the desktop. So this is the key pair that we have generated, right? Today only, 8:24. So I will click on this one and right click on this one in order to open the certificate. So I will open with the notepad so that I can copy the certificate very clearly. So this is our certificate, keypad certificate and all. Now, so this is the first step. The first step is generate a key pair in CI. So what we have done, just click on create, select the key pair, provide some name, common name and country name we need to provide. So once you provide these three details under like mandatory fields, just click on create. The moment when you click on create, right, you will be seeing your certificate here, key pair and all. So the moment when you see here, just click on this actions and download the certificate and open the certificate in a notepad so that you will be seeing the certificate in this format and all. This is the first step, generating a key pair. So the second step is we need to upload this key pair in, this certificate in SuccessFactors system. Now I will be moving into the SuccessFactors system. So I will reload this one. Please remember this one. So we need to go into manage over to client applications in SuccessFactors. Just click on that one. So these are all the details I have created for my tenant. So now I am going to add with going with this your tenants and all. Okay. So just click on this register client application. So we are creating new access for your tenant. So I'm clicking on this one. See, this is company from the SuccessFactor system only. So every SuccessFactor system has their own company ID, okay, to access the SuccessFactor system. So application name would be any name. So I will duplicate this one. So for now, I will go with JSAPCI app name. Okay, app name means application name. Any name you can provide here. Description is not required. If you want, you can add it. So application URL is nothing but our tenant URL. That means your tenant URL. So I will going into your tenant and so until .com we need to provide. Just copy the URL and upload into this here. Okay. So this is the second step that we are doing. And here it is asking the certificate. So the certificate which we created in CI, That certificate we need to upload into this success factor system. So I will copy the certificate. So to copy the certificate, right, we should not do the like this. Okay, should not copy the entire certificate. So whatever the data is available in between begin certificate and end certificate, right, only this data we need to copy. Okay, exactly, without any extra spaces and all. So for now I copied that one and I'm trying to upload that one into CA, sorry, success factors. So these are the mandatory fields which I have given. Company automatically will appear for your success factors and all. And application name is something which we need to provide. And URL also same. This is our CA tenant URL until ondemand.com. Okay. And the certificate we need to provide here, which is done generated in CA. So we provided all the necessary details into success factor system. Now I will just click on this register. Okay, just remember the app name. This is the name which will be appeared there. Okay, just click on register. See, CI app name is available now. So the moment when I view this one, right, now I got one API key from success factors. Okay, earlier it was not there. The moment when we click on register, right, so this is the additional field which we can get from the success factor system. This is very important. We need to copy this one. Now the second step is also completed. The third step is, so until two steps you are clear, right?
Yes.
Okay. So the third step is very important one. So I will open my tenant as well. So there are some standard things which I need to copy from here and update the same. So this is constant, like constant only, never going to change.
Okay.
So this is my tenant, and in private window I have opened your tenant. So this is the auth which I already created for my tenant. So I will just view this one. Okay, see some name. S- So this is the constant we need to provide. So this data, right? How to get this data? I will show it to you. Company ID, ID also, like where to get from success factor, and keep a alias we need to provide, which we created and all. Okay. For now, I will open what tenant. I will copy this name. This and API key generate. Sorry, what is the API key? I will copy once again. This one. These two details which I required in order to create OAuth in CA. So for now we completed two steps. The third step is creation of OAuth. So the credentials where we can create is under security material only. So earlier we did for the Gmail and all, right? Like username and password authentication and Bceptor also we tried. So in the same way for success factors also we will be creating the same. So we are not going with the username and password. So in sooner SAP will deprecate this accessing this user credentials. Okay, so not completely for uh, authentication between success factor and CA they may deprecate. Okay, so don't use in real time also. If you get any projects in success factor, don't use this user credentials. Go with OAuth only. So yesterday I will open this one. So people, you might ask like, so why I need to go with SML barrier assertion only? Why not what to client application and what to authorization code? Okay, the moment when we select the success factor adapter from CI, so you will be having the only two option. One is what to SML barrier assertion, and second one is user credential. Nothing but basic. Mesh is signing. 1 minute. Hi Ramesh.
Hi.
Actually, today we already started the class at like 7:40 only.
Oh, okay.
Thought of calling you, but don't know what happened to your WhatsApp and I text also. I couldn't able to
Okay, no
send that.
problem.
Okay.
I'll first you come.
Okay. So on high level, I will explain it to you what exactly we have done. So currently we are in, uh, so we are trying to authenticate from CA to success factors, like the connection we are doing, auth connection. Okay. So to do that one, so under key store, so we need to add key pair. Okay. So the moment when you, so we need to add this key pair so that we have added here. Okay, that is the first step. So in the, you can rewatch this video so that you will be very clear like what exactly we have done here. So once you added the key pair, right? So we need to navigate into the success factor system and you need to create one application name in success factors. Okay, these are the details that we have provided for now. So only two steps we have completed. So you can go through the entire video so that you will be very familiar like what exactly we have done here. So okay, we haven't completed our third step, which is very important step. Okay, now
Okay, I'm in right time.
uh, yes. Uh, Now I will go into this success factor system. This one. See, the moment when you selected the success factor adapter, right? So in the connections you have, sorry, in the connections we and the authentication we have one basic and second one is barrier assertion only. That is the reason we are going with the barrier assertion here. Okay. So basic we are not using and we will need to go with auth only. So so here in the security material only we will be creating our credentials and all, right. So now I will go with SML barrier assertion. Okay. So here we need to provide this many details. Okay. So this is the name which we are going to use under credentials name. So whatever the name that you will provide here, right, that is the name that we will use here. Okay. So this name should be specific and very clear, like what exactly you are doing here. So there will be some naming convention which I will follow is success factor SF. I will mention the system, like whether it is a development, test system or production system. So for now, for ours is demo system, like demo. Okay. Success factor demo, mention auth. Success factor from demo system, we are creating the auth. So that is what I will follow. If you have any better also, like you can proceed with that. No problem. And description and all I will provide here. No. See here, so we are not using the principal propagation. We will be going with the key pair only, which we already created in our first step. So just select this key pair. Okay. So now we need to provide the audience and client key. So here I will sub demo system. So under the audience, right, there is a constant value which we need to provide, that is www.successfactors.com. So that is the constant. I will be adding it here. Okay. And client key, which is very important. So the client key is nothing but API key, which we already got it from the SuccessFactors system. Okay, that I am copying from here and uploading it to here. Okay, and token service URL. So this token service URL, right? In order to get this one, we should know the data center of SuccessFactors system. Okay, so where exactly it is located and all. Okay, so if you ask SuccessFactors team people, so they can provide the token service URL from our end, their end, to access the token service URL and all. So if they haven't asked, I mean, if they haven't provided the details to you, so there is a possibility that we can get it from the, SAP Help portal and all. So we need to find out the data center name. So at least they can provide the data center name, that number from their end. So how to get that one? Even though they haven't provided the data center name, so there is a one way so we can get it. So that audit log, SFAPI audit log, just click on this one. So you might not have this access in real time. This is very rare cases only, but you can request SuccessFactors team people to go get the data center. Some of the people who is working in SuccessFactors also doesn't know like how to get this one. So that is the reason I will be showing you people so that you will be knowing like what exactly we need to do here. Just click on this audit log. So from here it is like these are the session IDs created and they are trying to fetch data from. See, they are querying the data, status, success, and request. So when they requested and all. So the moment when you click on this one, right, just search with Control F DC transfer data center. Okay. For now, I can see my data center name is 68. Remember this step. Here you will be having the all the details. Okay, everything you have here. Okay. Your company also. Company is nothing but SuccessFactors company code. Here we will be having the data center, which is 68 here. Now I will go into SAP Help portal in order to get the for this data center. So what exactly the URL that I need to use? So if you see here, this is the URL that we need to use. So, but this might vary sometimes. Okay. So better we get it from the SAP Help portal. They will be updating their URL and all there. Okay. For now, I will go into this one. Okay. We'll share these details to you. Hmm. See, our data center number is 68. Okay. Control F. Sorry. DC 68. See, DC 68 has these three uh, environments. One is production, preview, and sales demo. Right now, we are not accessing preview system and production system, which is not preview is nothing but test or pre-prod or production system. We are not accessing these two systems, right? But we are going with the sales demo. Okay, with the data center 68, and data center 68 has this one. URL has this one. So I will be copying this one and updating it to here. You observe, right? You have the same API from here as well. API 68 says .successfactors.com. Okay, but exact URL you will be getting from the SAP help portal which I have given. So they will be keep on updating that URLs. So you need to get the exact URL from there. Okay. So for now, I will be copying this one and I will be going into CA system, and we need to append with token slash auth slash token or token slash what. Okay, 1 minute, I will check that one. This one. Auth slash token that we need to do. So we need to append our URL with the auth slash token. Okay. So now we need to get the company ID. So you know, right, from success factor, in order to get the company ID, this is the company ID, but no need to come into this tip to get the company ID. Okay. So I will close this one. The moment when you click on this profile, right? So I will go into the, okay, just click on that profile. There will be a version. Click on about. The moment when you click on about, right, you can see the company ID of this success factor system. Okay. For now, I will be copying this success factors company ID and uploading into uh, our CA tenant. Okay. Since we already create the common name, I mean this key pair earlier, right? Here we created. So that name I have copied here, right? This is the one which we created. This is the first step that we have done. This key pair that I will be adding it to here. Okay. So if you, whenever you are doing this copy paste to the key pair, right? Since we already created this SAP key pair with the capital letters, even though it will be converted into lower cases and all, so we need to update the same name. Okay, don't update the capital letters. During that time, it won't work. Okay, that is my clear intention that I have given this key pair with the capital letters, but we should not use that capital letters. So if you save that key pair, right, you will be your name, key pair name is turned into small letter. That small letter name only we need to use. Don't use the capital letters. Okay. For now, I have given all the details which I required and all in order to create the what various session. Okay. Just click on deploy now. We'll see what will happen. So I could see my credentials deployed successfully. Okay. For now, I will reload this one. Now we need to check whether we can able to get the data from success factors or not into our CA. So we need to check this auth. For that, to check that one, right, we will try to fetch some data from success factor. If we get the data right, that is fine. Like it is working fine only. Yeah, I will just click on this one. So there is a standard SAP adapter is available to query the data from success factors. Request reply and just connect it to receiver, and you can see the success factors adapter here. Just click on that one. So for now, for time being, I will go with the OAuth. Oh, sorry, this one, OData V2. I don't want to fetch entire data. So in general, no need to update anything. So you can see your protocol here. So what is the protocol that you are selected? Adapter type and whether it is a receiver or something. So this names connection. Go to the connection. So under the address, so whatever the details that you got it here, right? That is the same address that you need to provide. Okay. Now we already created OAuth, right? We need to select OAuth here, and credential name is which we already created here. Just click on save. We provided the necessary details here. So here, I thought now I will go with the client here. Okay. In the resource path, we need to select our entities. If you remember in the earlier class, we have gone through the two kind of APIs. One is Compound Employee API and second one is OData API. So since I am going with the OData adapter, okay, protocol, I will go with the OData API, which is nothing but our per person, MPO job, FO department, division, like that. There are some APIs which I have shown, right? So that I will try to query. So for now, I will just click on this select button. The moment when I click on this select button, right? So connect to system. So these are the details that we have provided. Okay. Connection source is remote. Okay. We're not doing the locals and all. This is remote only. So it is like if I click on this step 2 and it is moved to the step T, right? That means the step 2, that step 1 like this one, connect to system is successful. Okay. Whatever the details that we have created is correct only. We'll see whether it will work or not. See, I can see connecting, I guess. This is enabled. That means our credentials are working fine. See, we can able to connect to the system, and once we connected to the system, we moved into the select entity and define operations. Here it is, we have these many options. For now, we will go with the query only. We will try to query some data from success factor system. Okay. For now, I need to select entity. Okay. So could you please let me know what is the entity that we can use in order to get the data from success factors?
Compound employee, right?
Uh, so currently we are going with the OData, right? So for
Oh,
OData, we will go with the OData API data dictionary entities. If you remember anything
hmm.
that we can use, one entity name which you remember. If you don't know, no problem.
Personal data.
Yeah. So to get the personal data, like I will go with per person. Okay. See here, right? So I will open the success factor system first. No use this one. OData API data dictionary. See, whatever the APIs like entities you can able to see here, right? Those APIs also you can view in our CA because we already connected to this CA system, so that we can view there. This screen you are familiar, na? This per person. Go and select the entities and name. See, per person is there. This many fields are there. Okay. Now, moment when I go into this CA, right, I will be having the option to select the entity. So I will go with the per person. The moment when I select it, right, I will be getting few fields in order to select the data. See, when I select it, I'm getting the options to select the fields. So whatever the fields that you can see here, it will be available there as well. Okay. So you can do one thing also. Currently on sub levels, we are doing 0 only. You can do, you can expand this one. So currently that expand is not available. If you see, only the parent nodes we can select. Okay. So parent in the sense, See, you can select these many fields. If you select the type right, so you cannot navigate it to the territory, you cannot navigate it to per email, so per address default and all. You cannot navigate from CI. Even though you have these many options. So in order to get these details as well, we need to expand our sub levels. So for now, I will go with two sub levels I'm expanding so that you can view more data. See, now you got this much data where you can expand and select the things which you required under. Okay, earlier it is not available. Since we expanded our sub levels, we can access these many things here. So for now, I will just query the data like person ID external, country of birth, person ID, user ID, okay, under email name, email type, person ID external, and its email. Okay, email address I record. Email address that I have selected. Okay. And phone also we'll try phone number. Okay, I have selected like I'm just clicking on the checkbox which I required under whatever the details that I required from this entity. Those fields only I am querying actually. Okay. So the moment when I click on this selected the fields, right, my select query is already written. So I no need to type anything here. It is already written. Okay, since I have like almost 1900 records, I don't want to query everything. So I will go with top 10 records only. Okay, top 10 I have given here. Now go to step 3. Here you can filter and sort and all. You can do a filter sorting and all you can do. So you can select the field which you want to filter and all you can do. So generally personal external with operation, what is equal to some 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So this and all we can do since we are querying the data like top 10 records. So I don't want this filter and all. Okay. For now I will delete this one. If you want any filter sorting and all, you can do that. See, and one more thing here is personal external, select it equal to some number, and if you click on this plus mark, right, you have another and or operations to filter some other fields. Okay, consider if you selected this one equal to something. Okay, see, your filter query also is adding the uh, query. I mean, the query in the query also this filter condition added the moment when you added these many fields here. Okay, for now I don't want to go with any filters and all. This is fine, like top 10 records is fine for. So there is nothing else here. We completed all the steps and just click on finish. So the moment when you click on finish, right, you can see API sales success factors underscore success factors underscore com dot OData v2 is created. So I will save this one first. Now go into the references. This is one of the UDMX file which is generated. So I will download, which is kind of exhaustive only. See, so here you can see the field name type. So whether it is creatable or not, everything you can see here. Okay. This is kind of metadata of success factor system for the entity which we have queried. See entity type. So email information, creatable is true. You can create it. Updatable is false. Okay. Upsertable, but you can upsert the data. Okay. So deletable is not possible. In the documentation, you can see the summary like what is the will name. So description, what is. So this and all you can see. This is to view the uh, data of the fields which we are querying under. Okay. It's not about the field, it's all about the entity. Okay. So you can ignore this one first. I mean, for now. So I will just click on save. So I will run the interface. Don't have trace, but I will do one. From SF to CI is in started state. So I will do trace and I will deploy the interface. So I'm redeploying the interface once again in order to get the data from success factors. So currently we are fetching 10 records since we already given top 10 in the our select query. See, top 10 we have given, right? That is reason we will be giving the only 10 records. Go to monitor message processing. Field. Okay. Oh, data. So we'll just download this one. We'll check what is the issue. Per person user ID not viewable. Okay, there is a limitation. User ID and under per person, there is a field called user ID that is not viewable. So we cannot query that. So what I will do now, so I will remove that one from our select query. Per person user ID. Per person. Okay, this is the field. I have unchecked that one. I will just click on finish and save this one. And I will deploy. So now I could see my interface in completed status. So I will just go into the trace in order to get the see the data. As per the query, we should receive 10 records and we'll see what how many records we got. So how the data look like from when you query the data from the success factors adapters with the OData protocol from per person entity. Go to the end. Go to the message content to the payload. This is the information we got. So what I will do, I will download this payload. I'm opening that payload and shift all control B and into XML. So under email now and phone now, I guess I haven't, this employee doesn't have any data, I guess. Okay. But if you see country of birth and person ID, person additional, these are the fields which we got from the per person. And this is how the data look like from OData API. So whatever the entity that you are querying, right? So that entity name will appear with the child tags. The parent tag and child tag is similar only for all of the entities. Any questions on this part? Like we connected to success factor system from CI and we queried the some part of the data which is available in cloud integration.
Entity, it seems XSD in message mapping we upload, right?
Nine.
We connected to
This is an entity.
um,
Entity is nothing but an API for us. So this is the entity name that we have given in our query. The moment when you go into the
is it
select,
an
right,
XSD name? Like I can think it up like that.
API name.
API name.
Yeah. I cannot say this as a API name, but you can spell it this as API. That's it. This is on API, which is available in success factors. From integration perspective, we will call this as an API.
Right. In SF side, they call it as an entity.
Entity, yes.
We get an entity definition file, right? One um, XML like file we have got, right? After we pulled metadata.
Yes, metadata we got. It's like about the data only, so which I have opened it. Open this one. So it has the information like what exactly the field is, so what exactly it will do and
Whether it is updatable or something like
uh,
that, right?
yes. So this data you can also see here itself from uh, this one from OData API. So you can see the so whatever the things. If you don't have success factor system, that metadata will help you.
Okay.
Okay. If you have the success factor system access, so where you can see so whether it is business key nullable or not, required or not, creatable or not, everything you can see. Viewable also it is there. Datable, observable, visible. See, currently I will pending order. True, true, true. Some false is available under this one. Okay, per person, what is user ID? So we'll see. So user ID is the field which we cannot able to query, and we'll see whether where exactly it is. Mm,
Here in the bottom.
yes, at last now. Wait now. I am getting some screen. This one. Okay. Okay, this one required. SAP required. Visible is false. See, we cannot query this one. That is the reason we got that error when we deployed our interface. Right during that time, I selected my user ID from this per person. During that time, I got so only I deselected this one, unchecked, so I can able to query now. So these are the information where we can see if you have the access. If you don't have access, go with this one. So there is a high possibility that so they will provide the access for us. Okay, so this is how we will be getting the data. So once you got the data, right, you will be going into the Access state in order to create the Access state. Right? Click on this one, copy, and go to the TXT creation based on the XML. You know that and all. Like for message mapping, we did. If you are going with the message mappings and all, for source side you need to create the source XST, and the target side also you need to create the target XSTs so that you can do the mappings and all.
E- 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 the one that you have shown, right? Entity metadata. Cannot
Yes.
that be used as a XST?
So we'll try that one. See, I have seen people are using ED Max for the mappings and all. I guess we
Because it has
cannot.
already has so much of, I don't know. This, this seems to be.
For few of the tenants at the moment when you query the data, the metadata will create the XST for us. So might be there are some limitations here.
Because see, whatever is there in the source system metadata, if you take it into the message mappings or message mapping, when that gets changed, this should automatically get changed in the downstream all the components. Like, so we don't need to change.
See, in OData API, that scenario is completely different. So if you apply the same concept in SOAP adapter, which is compound employee API,
Huh.
so that XST automatically will be created so that I can show it to you. Whereas, so this is kind not an XST, I would say. We'll see. So how the data look like on the desktop and if you are going to add any further more fields in the uh, files, right? So considered in after 10 days, so client requested more fields, so it is not accepting. No, which so these are the APIs details which is already created, so it's not from our bundle. Okay, so I will tell you one thing here from OData, right? Cancel. Yes. References. Here, in order to do the mapping and all, we should have the XS type should be XST, not EDMAX.
Okay.
So now what I will do now? So we'll do one thing. We will query another one. So instead of querying another one, I will try to update my query only. So to do the mapping and all, so since you are getting only this many fields, you know your mapping will work. So you will be creating XST for this one and you can do the mapping for this many fields only. So in future, you don't know what is the exact field that client will ask you to send the data, right? So during that time, client requested you to send one more information called. So this time I will go with home address. Okay. They want address information of this employee. Okay, so that they need to send. So during that time, your XST completely changed, right? You just click on this step 3 and finish. See, did your CA tenant given any information to change the XST? No, right? You have selected more fields, but you didn't. I mean, there is no notification from CI saying that you since you changed the query, I need to add your edmax file and all. No, right? It is not adding because even though if you go into the job, right, I guess it will be available. See, so these are the fields which we haven't queried actually. This is not the field, although we haven't queried, but it is giving some metadata information saying that in this entity we have this documentation so that you can read and understand. If you don't have an access to the success factor system, by seeing the entity sets and all, you can understand what exactly is happening and all. Since we have the access, right? So 90% we won't go through this one. But if you don't have an access, then only we need to concentrate on this part. Okay, so access is, it is not creating here. Might be there is some configurations and all that they need to do, but for now, for this one OData API, it is not creating. So if I go into this component employee API, right, my accessibility will be created on the spot. I no need to do anything. But there is one more limitations here. Consider from the compound employee API, if they ask more field which we haven't queried initially, so it will, I guess it will provide one uh, option saying that do I need to upgrade your existing as well? Kind of message you will get, so that you can upgrade your existing from there itself. No need to add anything. From OData API, it's not like you need to select, I mean this one. Prepare the XST based on your query and all. Since we have selected more fields now, you need to create the XST one more time. So the mapping and all from OData API kind of this one, right? It is bit headache only, because the client will repeatedly changes their requirement. So during that time, though my entity name will be changes. If I change my entity, right, my query, everything will be changes. Okay, again, I need to write some other logics and all in order to work on that. So like consider if you are writing the filter condition to filter out only the person, I mean, based on country of birth, if you are doing a filter and all, right? So during that time, we will be using this XPath only, right? So consider my requirement got changed to from per person to some different entity. During that time, this filter won't work. So again, I need to change my filters, Groovy scripts, XSLTs, many things and all. So that is the reason when you are dealing with the OData APIs, so we need to very be careful. Like better we query the data from the parent node of everything. So if even though client requested us to go with only address information, right? Don't directly query the address information. Come from the per person. Okay. If they are so from parent to child, we can query the data. But if you select the child field and if you want parent details, right, that is bit difficult. That is the reason better you query the per person data, at least only the key field, and you can navigate to the child field and you can query the data of child fields which client is requested, and you can do the mappings, everything on. Any questions on this part? So this is the just OAuth authentication. Like we will go through like what is exit entities. So we will use many entities to connect with the systems and all. Tomorrow I'm sorry, not tomorrow. If there is a possibility of taking class today, I will update you people. Uh, Otherwise tomorrow only.
Is it 7:30 today started?
Yes, 7:40.
Okay. So tomorrow also same time?
Better, right? If you are comfortable with 7:30, so we'll go through, I mean, 7:30 only from now onwards.
I'm
Or
okay with it
else,
actually. So it will be done earlier only, right?
correct.
7:30. So every day 7:30, yeah? Okay.
Yeah, if Janavi also okay, so that we can proceed with these timings, 7:30 to 8:30.
Yes, I'm fine with it.
Okay, thank you. Okay, any questions on this part? Like today we haven't discussed much, like only the authentication steps you please remember. So there might be a possibility that interviewer might ask. So I have given like a few interviews right during the time. So this is the one common question which I will receive, like how you will connect to the success factor system from CA. So what are the steps that you will follow? During that time I need to explain everything on this. These are the steps. 3 steps I will explain to them. Okay. So please remember these steps. And tomorrow, today I will update you like after whether the today's class will be there or not. I will update. And about this success factor credentials, right? Ramesh, for you, we haven't created, na? So you can go through this class so that you can create the auth and all. So please check with my SR about the SF what
It's a
and
user IDs, right?
yes, how to connect with this use. I mean, these systems and all, and check the timings like when you can use and all because there are some trainers are using this demo tenants. During that time we should not use because they're providing the sessions to the trainees and all. Okay.
Oh,
So
okay.
whenever you are accessing this tenant, should be we should know like what are the so from when to when we need to access this success factors.
Mhm.
There are some trainers who are providing the training at evening timings. Okay.
So I think during business hours, nobody will be using
I
these things.
guess yes, from 10 to 6, I guess they are not using, but better we check with my I don't know who are the people is doing this training in success
Oh,
factors.
okay. I'll get it. And,
Okay.
um,
So this
you,
is yeah.
you may text me actually. My WhatsApp somehow is giving me trouble.
I texted
2 days
yesterday.
back. Oh,
Yes.
okay. So,
The tenant also, right? It is working fine only. If you can access your tenant, it is working fine.
okay.
During
Good.
that time only, I have added the roles and all. So you missed that part only. We added the roles and all. It is working fine only.
Okay, fantastic.
Okay.
Thanks.
Okay, that's it. But today, like, we'll update you about the next class, whether it will be evening or tomorrow. Okay, from now onwards, my target is to complete the course, and it's not only the complete the course. So we need to understand this concept as well. So if you want any breaks and all, you can let me know. So during this every week, right, I will be off for 2 days, right? During that time also, you can utilize
Huh.
this and all. So this week, so every week I need to go to the office now. During that time, I need to travel, so I cannot take the classes and all. So you can utilize those
2 days for
2 days. Yeah, to
implementation.
correct. And Saturdays and Sundays, I will try to take the much classes. Okay.
Mm.
For now, that's it. Like just follow the steps and all that. We'll update you about the next class. Okay. Thanks for joining, and we'll connect later. Bye.
Okay, thanks.